You're selling final expense insurance and you're frustrated right now. Well, you found the right video. I'm going to give you 4 tips that are going to help you, yes, you capitalize in such a major way. These are the tips and the tricks of the trade. So I hope you're ready. Grab your pen, grab your paper. You're going to be hopefully more powerful as a result of this content. So first off, when you're selling final expense and Medicare, if you really want to make it and reduce the frustration and find greater levels of success, you must have control. Yes, control. I know, right? I'm not talking about being controlling. I'm talking about controlling your processes. If you want to be more powerful and more profitable, you have to have control. You've got to be consistent, because if you're out of control in that home, if you're out of control on the phone, you're not going to be listening to the acute needs that your prospect has of you, and you're going to lose power, lose steam, and wonder why you're not profitable. Well, it all came to tip number 1, control, and I'm going to drop it to you today. So control is a big deal. You got to control the process if you want to be powerful and progress forward, because if you've got a good process that you can control, then it doesn't matter. You can really spend the time listening to the heart of your consumer and help them, because you already know what the process looks like, instead of some agents jump into the final expense space and they're out of control because they're told to go look at a website. Okay, go watch a couple videos and you'll make it, buddy. That's no place to be. And a lot of agents, I'm sorry if that's you, all right, find themselves there, and then they paint the industry that, oh, it's horrible, it's frustrating, it's so tough. And it's because they didn't have control of the process. They didn't have control of the room, and they didn't understand what they needed to do. That's why it's so important that you control your sales presentation. You control your fact finder presentation, and I promise you'll find more success as a result. So the first thing you need to do is control, but I'm not talking about controlling anyone else but you. That's the powerful thing here. Maintain control of everything in your presentation and everything in your day. You will capitalize because you're going to be more comfortable as you move forward. And if you're more comfortable, guess what? Your prospects will be more comfortable with you as well. It'll help you really leverage up next level stuff. Tip number 2 that I'll share with you is you have to be alert. You've got to be alert. If you want to make it, you've got to be alert. That means like wake up in the morning. Don't like hop into the telespace, getting eye boogers, okay, off your face and doing all this stuff all day long. Don't do that. You've got to be alert. First off, you got to control you, and you're going to control you by being alert before you get on that phone. If you're going to set appointments, you're going to be alert before you go door knocking. You've got to be awake. You got to get yourself in a place to make wealth, and you're not going to do that when you lack alertness. You've got to be looking around. What's going on? What are you finding? What have you found so far today? If you want to be financially free, you got to wake up. You got to get into a place that you are alert and ready to work your day. You've got to be awake. All right. When you hit those doors, when you're on those phones, you can't be like, good morning, Mrs. Johnson. Hi, is Mrs. Johnson home? Don't start off the call like that. You only get one shot. You've got to be in a state of control. Tip number 1. But tip number 2, you have to be alert. You've got to be ready to go, and you've got to be in a place where your head's on a swivel. All right. If you're face-to-face sales, all right, and your head's got to be definitely into that phone. If you're doing phone sales, you got to find yourself alert, listening to these little subtle cues that your prospects will give you. They'll give it all to you if you would just but listen to what these great prospects need from you. Yes, need from you. They need what you got in your briefcase. They need the insurance that you have for them. And you got to be alert so you can pick up on these little cues to them. So first off, be in control, not being controlling, but be in control. Be alert. All right. Be alert, be alert. And tip number 3 that I'll share with you is you must be in a state of preparation all the time. You've got to always be preparing for your next appointment. Always be in preparation for the next call. Be ready for it. And you will polish yourself by doing it over and over again the same way. You want to have capitalization. You want to be in a place where you're not as frustrated. First off, get in control of your sales presentation. Get in a state where you're alert, you're listening, you're ready, you're charged up in what you get to do today, not, oh, I have to do this today. Be prepared, and be in a place of polishing and honing. You've got to do this. It's so vital to your very success. And then you've got to just have high action. The next tip I'll share with you, you've got to have an insane amount of action. Action will fix all your problems. You got to just keep doing it and doing it and doing it, and then doing it some more. You got to be diligent. You've got to be in a state that you control your dials, you control your knocks. You're going to do that by just high action, getting out of that car and train that hustle muscle by doing. I know it can seem scary sometimes, and we can get frustrated when one door doesn't go our way or one call maybe goes the way that we didn't see coming. It's part of the industry. So when you find yourself in a place of frustration, first off, maintain control. Second off, tip number 2, be alert. All right. Be alert, be listening, be watching. All right. And then tip number 3, be prepared and be in a state of polishing and honing. You're going to get yourself tremendously better by just seeing more people. And then do high action, lots of dials, lots of calls. You're going to find it'll get easier, but the hardest thing to do is get started. So action is powerful. Action is powerful. And tip number 4 that I'll share with you is stay persistent. Yes, stay persistent. Treat this industry just like a little 5-year-old, okay, constantly asking and nagging and nagging and nagging. And that kid gets away with murder sometimes, right? Because they just kept asking. They kept being persistent. And when you face resistance in this industry, you got to get real, dig deep, be more persistent than you ever have before. Just keep asking, keep asking. You're going to get a lot more no's than you ever get yes in this industry. It's part of the beast. It is the best paying hard work you've ever seen, but it's also a grind. It's going to take a tough mind where you stay in control. It's going to put you into a place where you can't get lazy. You can't be distracted. You must stay alert. You must be prepared, not being put on your heels every day. That hurts a lot of agents in this industry. So be prepared each and every day. Do more action. Do more action. It'll fix most of your problems. And then just stay persistent. If you want to get paid, keep persistent. Keep after the hearts of your consumers. Take care of them with your great products. They need you. They want you. And you will hopefully experience more wealth as a result of these tips. All right. And if I can serve you in any way, reach out, jasonfinalexpense.com. Free resources for the taking. And I'll put some content up here that you may enjoy as well. And maybe your IMO doesn't even want you to see it. So enjoy that content. I appreciate you joining with me today. I hope you have a powerful week as you take care of these prospects in the best way that you can. We'll talk to you soon. And thank you so much.